Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue to read the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to read it. Nevertheless, King Agamemnon, groaning heavily, grasping Menelaus' hand, and spoke out for the man, as friends around him groaned as well. Dear brother, that truth I sealed in blood was death for you. Setting you out alone, exposed before our lines of fight the Trojans. Look how the men of Troy have laid you low, trampling down our swordsmen, binding truce, but they will never go for nothing. The oaths, the blood of the lambs, the unmixed wine we poured, the firm grasp of the right hand we trusted. Never, even if Zeus' wrath does not strike home at once, he will strike in his own good time with greater fury. Transgressors will pay the price, a tremendous price, with their own head, their wives, their children. Yes, for in my heart and soul I know this well. The day will come when sacred Troy must die. Priam must die, and all his people with him. Priam, who hurls the strong ash spear. The son of Cronus, Zeus, throned aloft in the heavens where he lives. Zeus himself will brandish over their heads his black storm shield, enraged at their deceit. Nothing can stop it now. All this will come to pass, but I will suffer terribly grief for you, Menelaus. If you die now, if you feel out your destiny now, and I go back to parching Argos in disgrace, for the men will turn their minds toward home at once, and we must leave Priam and all the men of Troy. A trophy of glory over, Helen, queen of Argos, but the plowland here will rot your bones, my brother, as you lie dead in Troy, your mission left unfinished. Then some Trojan will glory, swaggering, arrogant, leaping down on the grave of famous Menelaus. Let Agamemnon wreak his anger so on all his foes, just as he led his armies here for nothing, failure. Now, home he's gone, to the dear land of his fathers. His worship's empty, leaving behind the hero Menelaus, motoring in his wake. So some Trojan will trumpet, let the great earth gape and take me down that day. But the red-haired Menelaus tried to calm him. Courage, do not alarm the man, not for a moment. The point is not lodged in a mortal spot. You see, my glittering wall belt stopped the shot in front. My line piece and the plate guard below it. Here the bronzy smith hammered out for me. And Marshal Agamemnon took his lead. Pray God, you are right, dear brother Menelaus, but the wound a healer will treat it. Apply drugs and put a stop to the black waves of pain. Agamemnon turned to the sacred herald. Quick, tell Theseus, call my corn here, the son of Asclepius, that unfailing healer, to see to Menelaus, Atreus' fighting son. As archers hit him, a good hand at the bow, some Trojan or some Lycian, all glory to him, a heavy blow to us. The herald obeyed at once. He runs through ranks of the Achaeans armed in bronze. Search for brave Mycon, found him he did. Standing by, flanked by the bands of shield men who trooped with him from the stolen land of Tricca. He halted beside him there and let his message fly. Quickly, son of Asclepius, King Agamemnon calls. Now see to Menelaus, Achaea's fighting captain. And archers hit him. A good hand at the bow, some Trojan or some Lycian, all glory to him, a heavy blow to us. So Harold shouted, steering my corn spirit back. The 2 men ran through crowds of troops in Achaea's vast encampment, and gaining the place where red-haired Menelaus nursed his wound and a growing ring of warlords pressed around him. Striding into their midst, the god-sent healer reached the captain's side and quickly drew the shaft from his buckled belt. He pulled it clear, and sharp barbs broke back. He loosed the glittering belt and slipped it off, and the iron piece and the plate guard below it. Here the bronzy smith made. When he saw the wound where the tearing arrow hit, he sucked out the blood and deftly applied the healing salves with a charon, friend of Asclepius, gave his father long ago. And all the while they worked over Menelaus, whose cry could marshal armies. On the Trojans came columns armed for assault, and again and Argives donned their gear and rose their last for war. King Agamemnon's hour, you would not find him asleep. Not cringing a moment, hanging back from the struggle, he pressed for battle now where men win glory. He left his team and burnished the bronze car with an aide, Eurymedon, Telomeus, Peteus' son, ring off to the side his snoring pair of the stallions. He gave him strict orders to keep them close at hand, for the time his knees might buckle with fatigue. From bringing crowds of soldiers into line, then out he went on foot to range the ranks. The charioteers he spotted, fast with teams. He'd halt beside and spurred them on. My Argives, never relax your nerve. Your fighting strength, Father Zeus, I swear, will never defend the Trojans. Liars, they were the first to tremble on their oaths. So vultures will eat them raw, their firm young flesh, and we will drag their dear wives and helpless children back to the big ships, once we've seized their city. But any man he saw retreating from hateful battle, he would lash with a sharp burst of rage. You Argives, glorious braggarts, disgraces, have you not shame? Just standing there, dumbstruck like fawns, down in from hightailing over some big meadow. I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.